Hey, welcome to the DPP channel. We are back with some Digimon TCG content. Today I have a finals game of the tournament that we had recently on the 13th August. It is between the Grandiskuwagamon and Text Control. Now this is going to be a best of one game, as the tournament we ran was actually a 2-man tag tournament where your teammate and you have to fight for victory as a team in a best of 3. Now there are no special rules, of course, it's just going to be a normal 1v1 Digimon game, but there's so much fun when you do play with a teammate. So without further ado, let's dive right into the game itself, as we do see him actually going for the May Crackmon straight away, dropping the Magna Angemon, thus setting up for the Depth Scythe in the future turns. Now he's going to go for the Okuamon X Antibody in the nursery for the Grandiskuwagamon, and going for the Mimi to actually set it up for the lethal turn already. Now Grandiskuwagamon is a card introduced in BT9, but however is still such an oppressive deck even in the current EX03 meta. We do see Magna Angemon coming down for him on the right side and do go to 6 security. We're gonna see Grandiskuwagamon coming down, of course evolving to a level 6. And it's gonna actually go for the Digiburst 4. And with this Digiburst 4, it's gonna gain 2 security attacks and it's gonna be hitting so hard, especially with the Grandiskuwagamon. It's gonna gain 1 memory thanks to the Weakmon. Yokomo will give him a plus 2k DP. Not like he needs it, because he'll be going for a 16k swing. With the Digitama, you'll be an 18k swing. It's gonna actually rest the Magna Angemon here upon evolving. It's going to swing for the security for 3 checks here, and we do hope the Text Control has some sort of counter. He does go for the Kari Tamer here, and we do hit into a Chaos Degrade, which is the best answer against the Grandiskuwagamon. So we stop at the second attack and they'll be pushed to the security. Does actually recover 1 for the left player, but however for the right player, he does actually mind the left player actually going for higher security. Now we do see Ken Tamer coming down. Is a very rare Tamer to see, but we do see for the left player as he does go for the Pomomon to actually end the turn. Now Pomomon does have a special interaction, which I'll explain further later into the video when the scenario does arrive. Now we do see Dexmon coming down for 11 cost here, does get reduced by 9 cost thanks to the Tamers and of course the Pomomon. Unfortunately, the left player does forget to go for the Mimi tap before he does swing with the Grandiskuwagamon, which actually got Chaos Degraded, this allowing him to actually go for the Mimi tap, because he could have set up a Nursery Digimon already in the previous turn, and this time he could have actually pushed out and abused the 8 memory that was given by the Dexmon. Now we do see Okuamon X Antibody coming down, looking at top 3 here. We're going to pick up an Insectoid. It does pick up the level 5 Okuamon immediately because he does miss the level 5 in his hand, I believe. So it's going straight into the Nursery Evolution. And it looks like it's just going to go for the Grandiskuwagamon actually in Nursery. So it does set up for the next turn, and the right player does have to respect that. The next one will of course kill off that Okuamon X Antibody. Now to respect that incoming Grandiskuwagamon, is going to swing all the Digimons at the security here, because Grandiskuwagamon will actually just rest the Digimons and actually pierce through them. So might as well just throw the bodies at the security before they actually die. He does actually hit into 1 Mimi though, which actually can be crucial for the lethal for the left player, as because he does have only 4 security left, and a double Mimi will allow you to push out a Nursery Digimon for free in the same turn. Now we do see Grandiskuwagamon going for the Digiburst here, but looks like he does have hesitation. And looks like he's just gonna go for the Digiburst 2, does gain 1 memory thanks to the Weakmon, and of course gaining jamming thanks to the Palmon. Now because he actually doesn't go for the Digiburst 4, he does keep the Okuamon in Harry ability, which does give him piercing, allowing him to actually kill off the Dexmon while still doing damage. So let's just go for the Grandiskuwagamon here for 1 cost, evolving on top of the Grandiskuwagamon. Gonna swing over the Dexmon here for 2 security checks, and does get piercing. And we do hit into the first security, which will be a tactical retreat, which basically means nothing gets hit, and does activate the Kari Tamer in the same time. And we do hit into the Flame Hell Scythe. Now Flame Hell Scythe will allow him to call the Magna Angemon in the drop zone, and it's going to allow him to heal 1 back to a 4. So basically the swing from the Grandiskuwagamon did nothing, which is pretty sick for the right player. And looks like he does swing again at the Magna Angemon, because he does actually rest it through the effect of Grandiskuwagamon. And we do hit into the Holy Wave as well as the Mimi, so total damage is just 1, even though there was a potential 4 security check. Does end the turn by going for the Green Memory boost, but there was 2 Mimi there, so it's going to be a 5 cost Green Memory boost. Does give 4 memory to the right player there, and the right player definitely has to answer the Grandiskuwagamon, even though it doesn't have any more further security checks. He does go for the Chaos Secret here, expecting the Grandiskuwagamon, although it's an expensive removal, but however it's a very much necessary removal, because the left player doesn't have any Nursery Digimon being set up, as he does miss the Rookie in his hand. We do see the security being depleted, and of course we do have Mimi to actually reduce the cost of the Chaos Degrade, and do have the Digitama to actually allow him to draw 1. Now the left player definitely have to rebuild. He does go for the Beatomon first, and Beatomon does have a mandatory check top 5 effect. And of course this will miss because he's actually playing it for the hybrid instead of actually being a hybrid searcher. So it's going to actually just rearrange the top 5 and putting it to the bottom of the deck. It's going to go for the green memory boost, pushing it back to 3 memory. And it's going to go for the Okuamon. Now Okuamon will push the memory to 0 here, and thus go for the Okuamon X antibody, which will of course be a 0 cost evolution, but does activate the Ice Sword effect of the Okuamon, resting the Harry Spawn, of course gaining 1 memory thanks to that, and it's going to actually perform a security check piercing. Does he do the Chaos Degrade? Man, how many Chaos Degrade have we seen in this match alone? It's going to actually put the Okuamon X antibody into the security stack, does actually recover 1, and because thanks to the Hikari, he actually immediately passes the turn. So this is very unfortunate for the Grandiskuwagamon. But the right player does go for the Calling from Darkness here, and then most likely he's going to pick up the Dex Spawn, which was actually killed off by the Grandiskuwagamon in the previous turns. Looks like he's going to go for the third carry here and just immediately passing the turn for the left player to actually even do anything. The left player still missing that rookie, is going to go for the Betamon once again, and the Betamon will allow him to check the top 5, and we do see a bunch of rookie going down. I believe that's all 5 rookies going down, so that's very interesting. And we do see him actually top decking to the Okuamon thanks to the Betamon evolution. He does go for his third Weedmon in his nursery. And he's actually going to swing with the Betamon at the security and does hit into another Holy Wave. So basically no damage has been done, and the Kari will immediately pass the turn over to the right player. The right player definitely is having a lot of fun and really blessed for the security stack he does have. Now the Harry Spawn will be pushed out here, and they'll be respecting that Betamon, actually going for the Chaos Degrade for basically 6 costs thanks to the Mimi, and of course he does want to cycle to draw 1 thanks to the Jitama, and we do push him back to 4 security for the left player. The right player of course draw 1 thanks to the Digitama skill, and of course this will just pass the turn immediately over to the left player. Just go for the Agumon in the nursery, and he'll be preparing another big body in the future turns. But it looks like he's going to go for the Pomumon instead of actually evolving to the Grandiskuwagamon in the nursery, which is a very interesting play. Now the right player will hash of course to the other Pokemon, and it's going to evolve to the Harry Spawn straight away. And how we actually react to the left player's incoming Grandiskuwagamon, it's going to go for the Reinforced Memory Boost, putting the Flame Hell Scythe in the top security stack. Does actually draw 1 thanks to the Digitama again. And thanks to the Reinforced Memory Boost, he does actually activate the Kari as well as Mimi, making it 3 costs, allowing him to actually play the event Ishida in the same turn. And looks like he does pick up the Flame Hell Scythe, adding it to hand, allowing him to actually recover more potentially in the future turns. Now left player is actually going to immediately push out the Agumon and evolving to the Grandiskuwagamon for basically 3 costs, pushing down to 1 already. It's going to go for the Digiburst once again, and we actually Digiburst 2 this time. Looks like he does actually consider going for Digiburst 4, making sure that the Grandiskuwagamon does gain 2 security checks, but it looks like he does miss out on the Weedmon ability, which is pretty crucial, especially because we do have Kari on the right player's side of the field. Let's go for the green memory boost, gaining him 2 memory, but he's 1 memory short of just not passing the turn, and the Weedmon is actually pretty crucial. It does actually immediately swing to the Flame Hell Scythe, which was placed by the Reinforced Memory Boost. He's going to kill the Pomon, and this is where the special interaction begins, because Pomon doesn't actually get deleted straight away, so you actually can't play any Digimons with a special effect, thanks to the Flame Hell Scythe for example. Because Flame Hell Scythe does actually minus DP first and immediately calls the Digimon, but however in that instance, the Pomon has not been depleted. So this does block off the potential of the right player actually calling a Magna Angelmon during the security stack. But however, he does have another Flame Hell Scythe in his hand, which he did pick up earlier for the Meg Ishida, and we do have 2 Digitama, actually drawing 1 for him. He's going to go for the Reinforced Memory Boost, gaining him 3 more memory. Going to go for the Tactical Retreat to put one of the Harry Spawn straight away into the security stack, and this does mean he is going to be pretty healthy, even healthier here because the Venus Spawn has come down to apply a blanket debuff on the opponent's Digimon. Now the left player does actually reach his last Digitama, which is pretty insane already given the state of the game. It's going to evolve to the Okuamon X antibody and drawing 1. It's going to evolve to his last Weedmon, I believe. And then it's going to swing with the Grandiskuwagamon at the security, but of course with the Venusmon it doesn't actually do any attack. But the end of attack ability will still activate here, resting the Harry Spawn. It's going to swing over at the Harry Spawn and just basically, just remove bodies on the field. It's going to evolve to the Okuamon in the nursery and just simply pass the turn. And the right player does have the Meg Ishida or the Kari to actually guarantee that 3 memory for the play. And it's going to swing with the Venusmon at the Grandiskuwagamon. And this is a very rare sight whereby the Magna Angelmon skill does actually come into play. And we do see him actually going for the Flame Hell Scythe once again. I don't know how many Flame Hell Scythe has he counted, but he's going to go for the Maycrackmon Vicious Sword and just basically using the Mimi to reduce the cost of it to 4. And we do have 4 memory pass to the left player. It's going to go for the one last push. It does go for the Okuamon X antibody evolving on top of the Okuamon, which does apply the Ice Sword effect, resting that Maycrackmon. And we do go straight into the Grandiskuwagamon instead of the Grandiskuwagamon, so there will be no additional security checks here, and this will be less of a threat if you ask me. It's going to swing over the Venusmon, and a piercing will happen, but he does have 4 curry behind him, so this security check will immediately pass the turn over, giving him a head start, I would say, and the main character will be restandard, and it's going to go for the Megidramon, which will of course mill the last 2 cards in the opponent's deck, and this is where the text control does win. Now this is the text control deck list by Shang, and basically what the text means is because whatever you do, there will be some sort of memory loss. And this is the Grandiskuwagamon piloted by Lucas. Thank you guys for watching till the end, and do consider subscribing, dropping a like and a comment if you guys do enjoy the content.